you know what yours to do today?
Cocktails from 100 years of America.
Yes,
that way.
100 cocktails.
100 cocktails. That's actually what you thought was happening.
One for each year.
One for each year. We're just out deserving of it.
Fab.
So this is part 1, so we're going to be covering the 1910s up to the 1950s.
What an era! What an era.
A lot of the good cocktails are from like over 100 years ago.
Or they have their genesis, like modern cocktails have their genesis back then, and like they haven't really been changed all that much since.
Yeah.
So what kind of cocktails do you expect?
Prohibition time.
Yeah, you better have some crystal glasses. I swear to God.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're getting fed and watered.
This is an old-fashioned.
Yay. There we go.
I love just basically an entire orange in there.
Not a massive fan of an old-fashioned today. The thing is, it's too medicinal.
I kind of love an
Yeah,
old-fashioned.
but like that's okay. We all have different flavors and tastes.
Now, to be fair, I ordered an old-fashioned once and all they gave me was just a glass with ice and bourbon and whiskey.
Oh.
And that was it.
So
And I was
you
like,
That's just a whiskey then.
That's just a whiskey.
That was just a whiskey. And I was like, okay. And he was like, do you like it? And I was like,
Right.
oh, my double whiskey. Yeah, it's
Dare I
fine,
say there's an
man.
art to an old-fashioned?
I love me an old-fashioned on a night out. Like,
Yeah.
I do. Like, that would be one of my go-to cocktails.
Same.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Ooh. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We've
that's fine.
sealed some deals this week.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. We got the account. Now it's time to cheat with my secretary.
We could use your lighter. We can burn the pip or the peel, and then do the thing where you go like this, and then get all the aromatics in the glass. But we're not allowed to have an open flame in the studio.
Such buzzkills.
The Old Fashioned is one of the most enduring American drinks. The first recorded recipe is said to date back to 1895 in Louisville, Kentucky, and millions worldwide still drink it today.
The early 20th century marked a notable turning point in history as people started adding sugar to their drinks to improve their taste. The old-fashioned drink is a prime example of this 1910s cocktail phenomenon.
If you can imagine them asking for an old-fashioned cocktail in 1910, so they were asking for it to be made the old-fashioned way in 1910, which was your spirit, your citrus, and then maybe a little bit of sugar. So when they asked for an old-fashioned back then, they were talking about like the cocktails that were around in like the late mid-1800s, which is crazy that they've been drinking cocktails for such a long time.
Good start.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Great start.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
It's
if you're in the
whiskey.
mood for it, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to make if you're at home, and it really does, as you said, you asking for an old-fashioned and just getting whiskey in a glass. The addition of those simple things actually does make it feel like more of an event.
It's gorgeous. I didn't have to, because for years I thought I hated old fashions because that's what I got.
Yeah,
And clearly I was mistaken.
they're fab.
The 1920s.
1920s.
Oh my goodness, it's like a trifle.
This is a Singapore slime.
Oh, gorgeous!
I've had one of these here before.
This does look very 1920s. There's just something very
Flamboyant
flamboyant about
Gatsby.
it. Gatsby-esque.
This is very like this is Gatsby. This is giving.
I need a firework.
This is really beautifully done. Gorgeous
think I
glass,
like this a lot,
nice head on the
actually.
cocktail, beautiful garnish, pineapple and a cherry. 10 out of 10. God be with the days when we used to be given fucking... I mean, cocktails was loosely given. It was a pint glass. Anyway,
A coloured liquid. With a
it's
few
coloured
recipes.
liquid. We've come a long way. I'm delighted. This is great.
Are we going in? Cilantro.
Oh my god. Stunning.
Oh, that's dangerous.
That is super easy to drink.
For people who are being deprived of alcohol, that's not really great.
No.
We could do better.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it was hard to get their hands on alcohol, is the thing.
Kind of tastes like that.
In the 1920s, the US were defined by prohibition laws that restricted the production and distribution of alcoholic beverages. Despite these laws, many people produced new and exciting cocktails during this time.
Perhaps the most popular of the 1920s cocktails is the Singapore Sling. This gin-based drink is famous for its variations, with many styles developing through the years. Created in 1915, but it was most popularized in the 1920s.
So this particular one has gin, brandy, bitters, lime juice, and pineapple juice.
It's a confused Sex on the Beach.
It's weird that I don't like it because like all the things that you just described,
You love.
I was like yum yum
Yeah.
yum.
Does this taste particularly 1920s?
I think it's hard to know what the 1920s tasted
I
like.
I low-key feel like we would have thrived in the 20s. I would have fucking loved Prohibition. I would have loved Prohibition. There's nothing I love more than like fucking sneaking around and just being like,
A step up from the old-fashioned?
It's a sidestep. So I think they're two different
Yeah.
drinks.
We're doing the cha-cha slide here. Like
Yeah.
it's a slide to the left. Slide to the left.
It's a sling to the left and a sling to the right.
Does it feel particularly 1920s?
It did from the look of it, because of like even stuff like the colour and the fact that there's a little fruit in there, the foam and everything like that. That was giving me the sensation. And as well, I love a toothpick. I'm a big fan of a toothpick
Loves a
now.
toothpick.
I love it. You're always saying it. You're like, Blind loves a toothpick.
I got it for Christmas. I've never seen someone more excited.
To the 1930s.
Oh, I know I'm not gonna like this because I don't like Bloody Marys.
I didn't realise that a Bloody Mary was a 30s drink.
Wow.
I would have thought 50s now.
Oh no.
How do you feel about Bloody Mary?
I hate them.
Really? Now, do you hate them or do you think that you hate them?
I have. Okay, no, I'm gonna tell you this, and then you're gonna be like, no, you don't like. You do like them. I've never tried them. Okay.
Oh, you can't say you never tried it. Everybody says this about a Bloody Mary. It gets such a bad rep.
I'm sorry. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew I was gonna disappoint you, and I'm sorry.
You're gonna try it with an open fucking mind, right?
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I understand them and more power to anyone who likes them. I get that they're a fantastic brunch drink. They're meant to be good for hangovers, I think.
They're functional more so than tasty.
Yeah.
I will order a Bloody Mary, but I'll only order it in a place that I think is going to do it very
it's
well.
tricky. They're
It is
tricky to do.
Yeah, it's very specific. It's a very specific science, and like you'd want to be a little bit hungover.
Put the tomato juice out of your head. Out of your head. Just imagine it's like a savory alcoholic drink.
Delicious.
I think that's a straw there.
Oh.
You forgot your celery.
Oh, that's not gonna make a difference.
I can understand why people like it and why people do think it's nice. It's just not for me.
Could be a little bit more tomatoey, but I like that it's the right amount of spice.
Now I understand why I
She
never
doesn't like
order
it.
it.
Yeah, you don't like it.
Oh my god, I'm vile.
It's basically like a cold soup.
No.
I think you did it. There was a good effort. I love a Bloody Mary.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's really not for me.
This infamous drink has built a reputation as a hangover cure or morning pick-me-up. The mixture of tomato juice, vodka, and lemon juice gets its name from the historical figure Queen Mary I of England.
While origin stories vary, many pinpoint its creation to the early 1920s in Paris. It grew in popularity among the 1930s cocktails during the Great Depression. This is tomato juice, vodka, Tabasco, Worcestershire sauce, a bit of salt.
Sometimes they make them with clam juice.
No!
Clamato.
Clamato, which is a mixture of clam juice and tomato, yeah. They sell it in Canada.
Final thoughts on the Bloody Mary, guys?
I get it. I understand it. I can't condone it.
I wouldn't have it on a night out, but it's there when I need it. It's like my guardian angel cocktail looking after me.
I think the reason it's not for me is I'm not a 22-year-old girl at brunch.
I can confirm he is not a 22-year-old girl at brunch.
This looks like a bit of me now. Oh. Yes, please. The 40s are for me.
There's nothing that says I'm going to get railed on a beach like a strawberry daiquiri.
I don't know.
With your partner, obviously.
I don't know if, like,
Sorry, was that too much?
I feel like the first.
Are we all going on different holidays?
Is this a daiquiri?
This is the daiquiri.
The original daiquiri is the main 1940s drink. In the years since, there's different varieties. We've gone for the strawberry daiquiri. Strawberry daiquiri may not have been the one used in the 1940s.
I'm with you.
But it's the representation we use.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they
I love
had
it.
strawberries back then. So
Yeah.
like,
Cheers to you, Miss Girl.
Getting railed on a beach.
Getting railed on the beach.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I'm so sophisticated. It could be stronger. Oh. This is gas. Like, we are chalk and cheese. This is comical.
This is the kind of intense sweetness that I love. I know, it's so nice.
Oh, I'm getting railed.
Strawberry slushy all the way. Oh, yeah.
World War II rations forced people to alter their drinking habits, making 1940s cocktails slightly different than other decades. Luckily, Franklin D. Roosevelt's Good Neighbor policy from 1933 facilitated trading with Central and South America, which made it easier for Americans to access rum, even during wartime restrictions. The daiquiri rose to popularity due to increased accessibility to rum.
That makes sense because I know like a lot of Irish whiskey couldn't, or like during the war, exports dropped, and so it makes sense if you're on the same landmass basically. Just get it from down south.
I like the way we forgot about Prohibition, but we also, we remembered Prohibition, but we forgot about the war.
Yeah.
That was
It's
kind of
really,
that was a big part of the 1940s, you know?
it's really bad that the thing that prevented drinking was the thing that we've remembered and not the literal thing that almost destroyed the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is giving 50s, not 40s.
So I thought Bloody Mary would be 50s. You thought Daiquiri would be 50s. So
Yeah.
I wonder what's actually
going to be the 50s?
To the 1950s.
Martini.
Oh, no.
This is the 1950s, and the most popular cocktail is the vodka martini.
Oh my god, we're James Bond. I'm a Bond girl. I'm ready to go.
Are you a martini gal? I fucking love them. They're basically vodka. Or gin, depending on what you want, but I like a vodka martini, but I'll drink a gin one.
This is the vodka martini.
Is it dirty? Is it dry? Is
Is it shaken, not stirred?
Well, you shouldn't shake a martini.
What about James Bond?
So there's a couple of theories on this.
Okay. Hit me.
One is he was just an idiot. The second is that he was actually being a good spy because he was over diluting his drink, which got him less drunk so he could do his job better. He needed to keep his wits about him.
Okay.
But you should stir a martini.
Well, cheers to our bouginess.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you had a martini before?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Not a fan of
Didn't love it.
vermouth.
Fair.
Not a fan of straight vodka because
Fair.
I caught my college days.
Fair.
And not a fan of olives. So this is a nightmare
Fair.
in a cup.
So it's basically nightmare juice for you.
Yeah. But like, I'll give it a go because I know you're a big fan of these.
We'll give it a bash.
Cheers.
That's not dry at all. That's very sweet. Yeah, but it's very sweet now for me. I wouldn't be mad about that.
Do you know what? Actually, it's actually not bad.
Oh yeah, Gallian was telling me. I tried olives the other day and I felt so bougie. I was like, it's all I eat. You don't like these ones? No.
Typically when I order a martini, it doesn't have bits of olive, like, it's as if you got like garlic, like the olives are garnished.
So here's the thing.
But that's just kind of making it dirtier.
Yeah, the olives are garlic, and traditionally you probably wouldn't have.
No, you could do a garlic olive martini. You can do a stuffed one. You can do a spicy olive one.
I think actually I could get through that. I could drink that quicker than I could drink a Bloody Mary.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm the opposite.
What is it about those olives that you don't like?
Well, they're not good for this drink, Sean.
You need to tell me.
Yeah.
Garlic olives
Yeah.
don't work in a vodka martini.
Oh my
Garlic
god,
olives.
James Bond would be livid.
Garlic olives in oil.
The martini has been a popular drink throughout history, with initial origins traced back to the 1850s in San Francisco. Originally made with gin, a martini with vodka rose in popularity in the 1950s due to vodka imports from Russia and other countries.
The 1950s marked the end to a war-stricken decade, encouraging many celebrations, and the martini quickly became a staple before and after dinner. As the cocktail grew more famous, it appeared in more movies and novels, boosting its familiarity even further. Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond series, included the popular 1950s cocktail in his first novel as the titular character's favourite drink.
The old Vesper martini.
I love martini though, and again, it is one of those things. You would think that because it's so few ingredients that you wouldn't be able to get it wrong, but it's very easy to get it wrong. And I love like a good martini, but you have to pay so much money, and it's basically just a shot with some food in it.
There was always controversy about how James Bond took his martini. But really make it however the hell you wanted. But there is always this thing about people... What happened?
I'm really sad.
The martini just attacked you.
It's like, you don't like me?
Oh.
Okay.
Right, another 5 more?
So guys, that is a selection of 100 years of American cocktails, part 1. What you think overall?
It was, even if I didn't like some of them, it was nice to try them. It was nice to see the origins and the continuity of them.
However, the Bloody Mary can absolutely go and do one.
This one.
Insides and bits.
They're so fun. I think we should need to do a full 10-part series of this video. And I'd like suggestions from people watching as to what other cocktail series you'd like to see.
Hello, divas.
What up, sluts? If you'd like to see more videos of us drinking cocktails, there's some sort of playlist floating around. You can click that, and while you're at it, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell because we upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
We love you more than you know.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm a liar. I'm a
That's the
dirty
cocktails.
liar.